Let's go, Dolphins. The week started off busy, and we have a lot of news to share with you. I'm still celebrating Sunday's game, and I'm very confident that we'll make it to the playoffs. If you believe so too, hit that like button hard. But only do this if you're a passionate Miami Dolphins fan. The Miami Dolphins secured their first winning streak of the 2024 NFL season with a commanding 34-19 victory over the visiting Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday. The win lifts Miami's record to 4-6, keeping their playoff hopes alive as the team enters a critical stretch of the season. At the heart of the victory was Miami's passing attack, led by quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who delivered a stellar performance by completing 28 of 36 passes for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. But the spotlight of the game belonged to tight end Jonnu Smith, whose standout performance rewrote Dolphins history. Smith, a free agent acquisition this offseason, hauled in 2 of Tagovailoa's touchdown passes and racked up 101 receiving yards on the day. His efforts not only propelled Miami's offense but also marked a historic milestone. According to David Furones of the Sun-Sentinel, Smith's performance was the first time since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger that a Dolphins tight end recorded over 100 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns in a single game. Smith's arrival in Miami was part of an effort to add versatility to an offense that has leaned heavily on the explosive wide receiver duo of Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle in recent years. While Smith started the season quietly, understandable given the team's early struggles, including Tagovailoa's absence due to concussion protocols, his chemistry with the quarterback has grown rapidly since Tua's return to the lineup. Over the last few games, Smith has emerged as a reliable and dynamic target in the passing game, surpassing even Waddle in production. His unique combination of speed and size at the tight end position has added a new dimension to Miami's offense, keeping defenses guessing and creating opportunities for other playmakers. Now, we turn to you, Dolphins fans. What do you think of Jonnu Smith's breakout performance? Do you see him as a long-term fixture in Miami's offense? And how do you feel about the team's chances to continue this winning streak? Drop your thoughts in the comments. For the first time in what feels like ages, the Dolphins emerged from a game with no new injuries. That's right, no fresh setbacks for stars like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, Tua Tagovailoa, or Terron Armstead. This is a rarity for the team, which has faced its fair share of bumps and bruises throughout the season. While some players were already dealing with injuries heading into the game, the clean bill of health is a refreshing change and a sign of good fortune heading into a critical stretch of the season. Another major point of interest involves offensive lineman Isaiah Wynn. Mcdaniel shared encouraging news about Wynn's recovery from a knee and quad injury that has kept him sidelined all season. With his practice window officially opened last week, Wynn now has 21 days to prove he's ready to return to the active roster. He was originally projected to start at left guard this year, but Robert Jones has been filling in during Wynn's absence. Mcdaniel confirmed that Wynn has experienced no setbacks in practice and could be activated as early as this week, potentially making his return in the upcoming matchup against his former team, the New England Patriots. However, questions remain about his role when he returns. Will Wynn reclaim his spot as the starting left guard, or will the team stick with Jones?
Jones' performance has been a mixed bag. While he showed promise in weeks 5 through 8, his recent outings have been shaky, especially in pass protection. Against the Raiders, Jones posted poor grades in several key metrics and has allowed 4 sacks this season. While he hasn't been heavily penalized, just 2 penalties so far, his struggles in critical moments have raised concerns. The coaching staff will have to weigh whether Jones deserves more time to rebound or if it's time to give Wynn the starting role he was signed to fill. On the defensive side, the focus shifts to Bradley Chubb, who remains on the PUP list. Despite optimism about his eventual return, McDaniel hinted that it's unlikely Chubb will suit up in November. The team faces a quick turnaround with games against the Patriots and Packers, and Chubb would need time to practice and regain game shape before rejoining the lineup. However, the Dolphins aren't in panic mode, thanks to the emergence of rookie Chop Robinson. Over the past month, Robinson has stepped up in a big way, delivering consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks and helping to bolster Miami's pass rush. Against the Raiders, Robinson generated 6 pressures and recorded a staggering 34.8% pass rush win rate. This performance is part of a growing trend. After a quiet start to the season, Robinson has become a key contributor, tallying 18 pressures and 2 sacks over his last 4 games. This rise in defensive productivity couldn't come at a better time. Miami's front four has been dominant in recent weeks, recording 7 sacks over the last 2 games. Robinson's impact has made life easier for the rest of the defense, creating opportunities for players like Zach Sealer, Calais Campbell, and Emmanuel Ogbah to make plays. While Chubb's eventual return will be a welcome boost, Robinson's emergence provides the Dolphins with valuable depth and flexibility heading into the latter half of the season. Switching gears to the backfield, there's a lot to unpack about the running back rotation. Raheem Mostert left the Raiders game briefly with a hip injury but returned and is reportedly in good shape. Despite this, Mostert's snaps have been trending downward in recent weeks. Rookie running back Jaylen Waddle has been receiving more opportunities, seemingly overtaking Mostert as the team's RB2 behind Devin Achane. Over the last 3 games, Wright's snap count has steadily increased, while Mostert has been on the field less frequently. What's behind this shift? Part of it may be Wright's strong physicality and ball security. While his stats haven't been overly impressive, just 1.5 yards per carry over the last 3 games, Wright has shown flashes of promise and hasn't had issues with turnovers. Mostert, on the other hand, has struggled with fumbles this season, including 2 costly mistakes in games against the Colts and Bills that arguably changed the outcomes of both matchups. With Miami placing a premium on protecting the football, it's easy to see why Wright is earning more trust from the coaching staff. The Dolphins' run game as a whole has hit some bumps recently, particularly in the last 2 weeks. The offensive line's run-blocking struggles have made it difficult for any of the backs to find consistent success. Injuries to key linemen like Al Ingold could be contributing to these issues, but the team will need to address this if they hope to regain their earlier efficiency on the ground. Despite these challenges, Achane continues to shine as the team's clear RB1, offering dual-threat capabilities that keep defenses on their heels. Looking ahead, the Miami Dolphins are gearing up for an exciting stretch of games, with much at stake in the battle for playoff positioning. The spotlight now turns to some of the more nuanced aspects of the team's strategy, particularly their approach to the wide receiver core and special teams. One thing is clear: Tyreek Hill continues to solidify his case for being one of the league's most electrifying players, but there's an intriguing development bubbling under the surface. Rookie wideout Cedric Tillman has started to see an increase in his snap count over the past few games, and Mike McDaniel seems to be leaning into his potential. Against the Raiders, Tillman didn't light up the stat sheet, but his presence was felt in key moments, including a critical third down catch that extended a drive. It's a small sample size, but the coaching staff has expressed growing confidence in his ability to step up as a reliable third option behind Hill and Jaylen Waddle. This development couldn't come at a better time, as the Dolphins have occasionally struggled to find consistent production beyond their top 2 receivers. Let's hear from you, Dolphins fans. Do you think Isaiah Wynn should take over at left guard, or should the team stick with Robert Jones for now? And what's your take on the running back situation? Should Mostert get another shot as RB2, or has Wright earned that role? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're covering all things Dolphins every day, so don't miss out.